Hey there, I'm Coach Bill with Meditate School of Mindfulness, and I'm here to introduce you to a course that I've created, a course that was inspired by my own lessons in grief. As I was reflecting on how to present this, I really tapped into the lessons that I've learned as I've moved through grief, recently with the loss of my mother, in the past with the loss of a partner that I had for 8 years, and the difference between the two, and how, as a practitioner of mindfulness, I was able to shift that grief from where I was before. Grief in the past for me meant I did all that I could to keep myself busy, to be distracted, to try to outrun it or dismiss it. It didn't really work. What I've learned and what I'm here to share is that grief is with us. Even the messages that we read in books or online that say there are stages of grief and we move through those stages of grief put us in a space that we judge ourselves. We judge how we're going through that stage, and then perhaps we even think that once I go through that stage, oh, that's done, okay, that one's done, and now this one's done, and this one's done, and once we check them all off, why am I not out of that space of grief? So here we focus on the truth that grief shows us that the loss that we've encountered came from a place of love. Because if we didn't love that person or the thing that we're grieving, we wouldn't feel anything. Mindfully, we want to turn to that love and dial into the love and get out of that space of regret, that space of denial, that space of non-acceptance. We want to come back into the space of love and then learn to walk with it, to be with it. So I titled the course Being with Grief because I know we need to sit with it. We need to recognize it, and we need to learn how to ride the waves that come, like sitting in the ocean. And someday those waves are shallow. Some days the ocean is calm, and others, those waves are high. Sometimes there are storms, but these things pass. We learn to ride the waves as they come and go. And that's really what our practice of mindfulness is, to recognize that we are emotional beings, that we are reactionary, but we have a tool, we have some practices that we can turn to be more agile, to go with the flow, to walk alongside and say, I see you. I see that grief. I see it. I see how it makes me feel. And I shouldn't judge myself. I shouldn't move myself into a space of shame. We walk with it. And over time it changes. And everyone's different. There's no time frame. There's nothing to say that this is going to last 6 weeks, 6 years. Who knows? Those are arbitrary numbers. Whoever makes them up, I don't know. It's your grief. So I'm going to share with you some tools, some lessons, some meditations, some reflections to help you in whatever way that might help you. My goal is always to move into that space, to be present, to be accepting, to help lessen the load and ease the suffering and embrace the love and kindness that exists within each and every one of us. Turning to love is a practice, and it's the most healing thing that anyone can offer. So here I am offering you this course, this journey. It's self-paced. You do it in your own time. There's no deadlines. There's no tests. Just take it and be with it. And it would be my honor to share it with you. So should you choose to come along on this journey of being with grief, click on the link and follow. And I'll share the lessons that I have to share. And you do with them what you will. In the meantime, I wish you well. I wish you freedom from suffering. I offer you love and kindness from my heart to yours.